In the middle of World War II, while the world's most advanced militaries battled across the skies, Allied pilots began reporting something they couldn't explain: glowing orbs, metallic discs, balls of fire that danced alongside aircraft, tracked their maneuvers, and vanished at impossible speeds. They called them Foo Fighters. These encounters weren't rare. They were global. From the Pacific to Europe, trained pilots swore they were being shadowed by something that wasn't German, Japanese, or human.
I seeking truth in the cosmos, yeah, we high end. Might take on the universe, that's another game. Aliens in UFOs.
The first confirmed Foo Fighter reports came in 1944. Crews from the 415th Night Fighter Squadron over France and Germany described orange-red spheres tailing their planes. They tried evasive moves. The orbs matched every turn. No radar contact, no heat signature. The US Air Force investigated. British intelligence did too. Each suspected the other had developed secret weapons. But post-war documents show both sides were equally baffled. Lieutenant Samuel Krasny wrote, "They flew formation with us for miles, darting ahead and back as if playing." Soon, reports came from the Pacific. B-29 bombers saw bright, pulsating lights pacing them over Japan. Some pilots thought they were kamikaze drones. Others swore they defied physics, diving straight into the ocean without a splash. By late 1944, both Axis and Allied forces were seeing them. German pilots even had a name: Feuerball, Fireball. But there was no record of any known aircraft capable of those maneuvers. Explanations came fast: St. Elmo's fire, ball lightning, combat stress, even experimental jets, but none fit. The phenomenon followed radar-equipped planes, changed colors, and moved with intent. In one intelligence memo, officials admitted, "These objects cannot be explained by natural phenomena or enemy devices." The mystery grew darker. Were these visitors observing humanity's most violent moment? Then came the event that brought the mystery home: the Battle of Los Angeles. February 25th, 1942. Just 3 months after Pearl Harbor, air raid sirens blared across the California coast. Something large appeared on radar. Spotlights swept the sky, and witnesses saw a glowing object hovering over the city. For nearly 2 hours, U.S. anti-aircraft guns unleashed more than 1,400 shells. The target never fired back, never fell. When dawn broke, the sky was clear. No wreckage, no enemy aircraft. The military called it a false alarm. But the official photos show a luminous shape in the beams, and witnesses still insist something was there. After the war, similar encounters kept happening. Soviet pilots reported silver discs over Eastern Europe. American intelligence noted unexplained aerial craft during atomic testing in the Pacific. In 1946, hundreds of ghost rockets were sighted over Scandinavia. The Swedish Air Force confirmed 200 separate radar contacts. No engines, no contrails, no crash sites. A year later, in 1947, private pilot Kenneth Arnold saw 9 shiny crescent craft darting over Mount Rainier at 1,200 miles per hour, and the term flying saucer was born. The Foo Fighters had evolved into something much bigger, a post-war phenomenon no government could control. Historians and scientists have revisited World War II flight logs and radar data. In some cases, radiation spikes were recorded near encounter zones. Soil samples from 1940s crash reports showed magnetic anomalies, small, localized distortions similar to modern UAP sightings. Declassified CIA documents from Project Sign and later Project Blue Book mention Foo Fighters as unresolved incidents predating the modern UFO era. Even German engineers later told Allied interrogators they believed the lights were not of this Earth. And yet, officially, the phenomenon vanished from discussion, buried under Cold War secrecy. Of course, not everything in the skies was unearthly. Some later Foo Fighter photos were proven fakes, reflections from cockpit glass or deliberate hoaxes made to sell newspapers. But the difference was obvious. Genuine wartime reports came from trained observers in high-stress combat, often confirmed by radar and multiple aircraft. A 1999 RAND study compared hundreds of sightings and concluded, a small but consistent percentage remain unexplained by any known technology or natural cause. These were not just lights. They demonstrated control, awareness, and intelligence. Fast forward 80 years. Modern Navy pilots, trained on radar and infrared, report UAPs performing the same movements as the Foo Fighters of 1944. Rapid acceleration, no exhaust, impossible angles. Maybe history is repeating itself. Some researchers believe these objects were studying us during our most destructive era, watching the birth of atomic power, mapping our military capabilities, and then simply moving on. My take? The Foo Fighters weren't fantasy. They were the first chapter of a mystery that never ended. From the skies of Europe to the coast of Los Angeles, something was there, watching. What were they? Experimental tech, natural phenomena, or visitors drawn to war? Drop your theory in the comments and follow Mike's take on the universe for more stories, where history and the unexplained collide.
Hey, my take on the universe, that's another game. Aliens and UAPs, man.